psychoanalyzing Africans, this time East African or Horn of Africa, however you want to identify. But yeah, today I'm going to talk about Somalis. I have nothing against Somalis, they're funny people. I have Somali in me. I got my ankles. Is it my ankles? Yeah, my ankles from my Somali side, and then the side of my eye. People say I look Somali in that part, particularly like when I wear headscarf. You can tell like I have Somali in me. But anyways, so I hung out with a few Somalis and other Africans, or say like Ethiopians. They realized something about Somalis, the racist things that they say. So for one, they say Jerry, which means nappy headed. Again, because I listen to people's insult. I'm a caregiver, I'm a healthcare provider. So I'm just gonna like read into what you're saying. I'm not gonna listen to your insults, if that makes sense. But yeah, so when they insult someone with, nappy head, whatever, I'm just like, what the heck, right? West Africans, not East Africans, but West Africans, they tend to be annoying, particularly the guys. They want you to represent them because I remember when I was going to this like Nigerian church, the Nigerian church that I was mentioning, there was Ethiopian girl. Was it Ethiopian? Still like Horn of Africa, but her mom spoke Amharic. Maybe that's why she's Ethiopian, but they're Eritrea, same East Africa, right? But the church, sorry, let me just get adjusted. The church would just take a lot of videos of me and that girl. She's young like myself. I was a student. And I think the guy who was trying to, social climb. Oh, like I have this like exotic girls in my church, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I left. If it didn't feel like I was going there to pray, but for them to just to use my looks, right? But anyways, so I understand, if you call someone nappy-headed just to get them off of your back, but sometimes they tend to overdo it, you know what I mean? And I was just like sitting and I'm like, why are you guys calling people nappy-headed? Like Jerry, that's what they say, Jerry. And then they say it to me. They tell me, they're like, oh, Jerry, insult them with me. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not insulting other people. Because I told you guys my dominant trait. So by the way, like all of the hairstyle that I'm wearing in this photos, I have them all in my genetics. But the main trait is the blonde one. So my hair is very silky, like really silky. I got that from my Turkish side. So the reason I don't want to join them and like call like say other Africans nappy-headed, because I just don't want to do it. Like, why do you want me to join you to insult other Africans? It's really bizarre, right? So after I read into their psyche, it's because they have the East African forehead. You know what I mean? It's just a projection, So that's why they call other Africans, Jerry, whatever. You know what I mean? As long as you guys are taking it out on each other, then I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But don't include me in your shenanigans, because at the end of the day, I know my own insecurities and I'm working on it. I don't want to project it onto other people. Unless if you're projecting your shenanigans onto me, then I'm gonna project my shenanigans onto you, right? But I will not just project it just because I don't know how to handle my insecurities. So speaking from my Arabic side, like Saudi Arabia, right? Another thing is that I think they're not connected with their African side. You know what I mean? Because they cover their head and stuff, right? Yeah, I think that's why they call other Africans Jerry, you know what I mean? For me, like, I don't mind covering my hair. I do it sometimes, most of the time. I do mind for health reasons, okay? And, maybe it's natural to me because it's in my genetics. But yeah, I'm not sure if Somalis are considered Arab or half Arab, but most of them, they just say we're not African or Arab or European. They just say we're Somali. So I don't know, you know what I mean? And then comparing my Somali genetics, it's not even that large, you know what I mean? So I'm not really like in tune with that part of me, if you know what I mean. I'm just just the funny part of me, like it's not serious, you know what I mean? Like, because you inherit a lot of personalities from like your background and stuff if you are mixed, right? But yeah, so it's not too deep, you know what I mean? It's just like at the side of my eye, and then my ankles, and then inside of my throat. So when you hit that high note and stuff like that, that's what I realized, or somebody told me, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. So that's why it's good to be yourself, because when you copy somebody else, it's just not a good look. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna feel like you're oppressed because you're doing it to yourself. I don't know why you're copying others, so I don't know. Yeah, so and let's not forget about like colorism and stuff, because I remember in high school, like I was like literally hanging out with this girl. Again, I don't center my existence around race and tribes, and I don't know, I don't give a fuck. I'm just living my life. But since people bother me about it, that's why I'm talking about it on YouTube and stuff. Psychoanalyze, and you know what I mean. I'm too smart to talk about race, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Especially as a healthcare provider, people who are obsessed with race and being racist and stuff, they're still living in the low vibration. So when you don't make a name for yourself, you're still living in poverty. You're in a survival mode. You tend to gravitate toward people who look like you. So that's why they end up like being racist and stuff like that. That's why I'm saying like I'm too smart. Like I went to medicine school, which I'm going to become a doctor anyway. So I'm a caregiver, so I know better, right? So why would I talk about race or pick somebody that looks like me, So that's why like rich people, or say somebody gets rich, right? They just leave the hood or they leave Africa and they just go help somebody who completely looks different from them, you know what I mean? Because they're not in a survival mode. And then they also understand that some people don't want to change, whether you look like them or not, Some people, they just don't want to change. So I understand that. I know people who look like me, you know what I mean? That they don't want to change. So I'm not going to help them. It's just, it is what it is, right? So I'm not just going to help someone based on race and stuff like that, If you don't want to change, if you don't want to get out of poverty, you're okay being, in the low vibration, then yeah, you're putting yourself there, It's nothing to do with race. So anyways, so speaking of like colorism and stuff, because this girl, again, she's Somali, she was talking a lot about race, like not race but colorism, right? She talked about race too, and she's like, I noticed something about her, she's always like blaming someone for her failures. So I can't be around that energy. Like we all have problems, right? So yeah, it was weird, That's me in my picture. I'm just being narcissistic as usual. Healthy narcissistic traits, self-love, and that's it. I'm not playing the victim. I'm not gonna sit and empathize, because this is what I do when I'm alone, okay? I empathize with myself and see what I need to work on and move on with life. I don't like that codependence and sit around and bash other people because, how dare they have the courage to get out of their shenanigans, right?